So I used to live here, 7122 Wood Hollow in Austin, Texas. That was my condo. From my office there, I used to have a beautiful view of this amazing pool and the hot tub. I mean, this was a wonderful place to live. While I was living here, the Lord led me to go on a mission trip to the Crow Nation. And then when I was there, I found out they were starting a brand new Bible college, and that Kenny Pretty on Top from the Four Square Church there was the one who was overseeing it. When I came back here and I prayed about that Bible school, the Lord was saying, I want you to go to that Bible school, which made no sense at all. I wrote down why I didn't think that the Lord would really ask me to go to the Bible school there, because moving to Montana for a 2-year startup Bible school just didn't make any sense. And so I wrote down the reasons why I didn't think that the Lord would want me to go there and why it made no sense. And then the Lord spoke to me about those things I wrote down. And one of them was, it made no sense for me to move there because I had a $1,200 a month mortgage payment. Who was going to pay the mortgage payment? The second thing was I had really nice heavy furniture, and it would have been very hard to move that into storage if I rented this place out. Third thing is I was driving a Lexus Sports Coupe 400, and that wouldn't survive the winters in Montana. As I prayed about it, prayed what to do, the Lord answered my prayer. And very specifically, he says, I want you to let somebody in ministry live here for free while you're in Montana. And I want you to pay the mortgage, the $1,200 a month out of your 401k. And as far as your furniture, you don't need to move it. Let them enjoy your furniture while you're gone. And as far as the other things that concern you, like your Lexus Sports Coupe 400, you need to get rid of that. You're too attached to that. And so that seemed like it was pretty simple from the Lord's perspective. But when I asked other people what they thought, like my next door neighbor, who at that time was Jean Butterfield, she lived over here. She used to work for Remax. Jean said, that's crazy. She said, why don't you just pay me a small management fee? And she says, I'll get 2 tenants in here and get them to sign a year-long contract. When I asked my brother and mother about what I should do, they said, if you're going to be gone for 2 years, you need to sell it. You don't need to hold on to it. And so I prayed some more about it, and I ended up doing what the Lord led me to do. And I went to Montana, and I knew a couple, Rob and Lisa Jackson, who were in ministry, that were just getting ready to move to a different apartment. And I let them know what the Lord told me. And I said, you can live here free as long as I'm in Montana. The Lord tells me to come home at any time, then I'll come home and you guys can move to the other apartment you were going to move into to begin with. If I'm gone the whole 2 years, then you'll be able to live here for free for 2 years. And so they couldn't believe their good luck. Anyway, we started out with 19 people, and everybody quit after 3 months except for 2 of us. And as I kept praying about what to do, the Lord said, you've done what I've sent you up here to do. You've accomplished what I've sent you up here to do, which was, first off, to teach me. He didn't want me to go to Bible school. He wanted to teach me himself through the Spirit. And the second thing was that it was a test of obedience. I didn't know and understand the importance of being trained on obedience and how it's important to be able to learn the importance of that when it comes to being a follower of Christ. I felt like the Lord was saying, you've accomplished that, now you can go back home. Because I did things the way the Lord told me to do things, I was able to get into my condo right when I came home. If I would have had somebody sign a year-long contract, I would have been locked out of my own condo. I would have been locked out of all my furniture for an entire year.